Hi, my name is Oswaldo, and today I'm going to teach you how to make focaccia. Focaccia is a very easy bread. I don't think there is any easier bread to make than that. Uh, it is an Italian bread, of course, and some people use this to be a base for a pizza. It is a very thick dough, and I would recommend that if you're going to use it as a base for a pizza, just bake it first and then put more ingredients on top of it and then put it in the oven again so the ingredients on the top will just warm up or melt the cheese or whatever you want to do it. But you're going to see it's very easy. It takes about maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours to make. There's no secret about it. There are some people that they say, wow, it's a big thing about focaccia, the proper way. There are 1,000 different chefs that will tell you different ways to make it, but you're going to see it's simple, and I hope you enjoy it and have fun cooking. Thank you for watching. Okay, these are the ingredients that you're going to need for the first part of your focaccia making. 1 2/3 cup of lukewarm water, 1 tablespoon or 1 packet of rapid yeast, and here is a teaspoon of sugar. Just add the water. You can do it by hand, but I'm going to use my mixer to make it faster. You just put your sugar there. You put your yeast over there. Give it a little stir so they all mix together. Don't worry if it's clumps. Don't worry about it. Now let it sit for about 10 minutes until it foams. Now that your yeast is resting there for about 10 minutes, it's foamy and happy. Remember not to use too much of a very hot water, otherwise it's going to kill the yeast. It's lukewarm. You put your finger there. If it's not burning, it's good, but if it's burning your finger, it's too hot. 10 minutes there. You add a 1/4 cup of olive oil, extra virgin preferably, and 2 teaspoons or 2.5 teaspoons of garlic salt. I like the one that has parsley in it. Adds flavor to it. You just put there and give it a little stir like that, not much. And now we're gonna get ready to start adding the flour. Okay, you have your mixer. Use the dough hook if you have one. Otherwise, I told you, you can do it by hand. It's not a big deal. This will accelerate the process. And start adding the flour. Just put about 2 or 3 cups of flour there. In my case, you have to raise it. Other ones, you have to tilt it. And then put in a low speed just to mix it. Otherwise, the flour is going to splatter all over you. Then do a little faster and go to maybe number 4 there. Turn it off. Lower it. In my case, you have to lower and add more flour. The quantity of flour will depend on many factors, especially the humidity in the air, humidity in the flour, a little more, a little less water that you add to it. But don't worry. You keep adding flour until it does not stick to your finger anymore. When the flour incorporates everything, so you can speed up the process, Now try it out again and add more flour. maybe half a cup or a quarter of a cup at a time. You lower it down and see if it's sticking too much like that. It's not good yet. You have to add more flour. Just do it little by little. Like I told you, just maybe a couple spoons, and then again. And repeat this process until you touch the dough and the dough is not sticking to your finger like it is here. See, it's not sticking to your finger anymore. That's when you can stop and take the dough out of your mixer and knead a little bit. Okay. Put some flour. Okay. Take your dough and stick there. Grab some flour and just clean the hook. Still a little bit sticky. It's okay. It's not a big deal. You just work a little bit with flour. Now, just give it a little knead like this. See, you fold it and push it. You fold it and push it. That's what it is. A little more flour. Fold it and push it. And this is how we do good kneading. When you get a little more used to it, you do it faster or this slower. But this is what it is. When you do it, make it a kind of a ball like that. And you're ready for the next process. Okay, this is the next part of making it. You need a pan like this. It's not too deep, but needs this depth here around to hold the dough inside. You will drizzle with olive oil. Be generous. Don't worry about it. Olive oil is good for you. And just spread it with your hand like that. Make sure that everything is all happy, the sides. Don't miss a spot. You're gonna regret if you miss a spot. Believe me, I've done that. And have your dough that was there for about 5 minutes. And 5 minutes is good because it will make the dough rest a little bit. The gluten there is resting. Now you spread it like that. If it's still not spreading the way you want, let it sit for about 5 minutes and it will rest the gluten and allow you to spread the dough. Do this with a hand, and when at this point, you just cover it and put in a very warm place. I like preheating my oven for about 140 degrees and cover it with a towel and put there for about an hour and a half until it doubles in volume. Okay, these are the things that I normally put on top of a focaccia, but you can put anything you want or nothing at all. You have basil flakes, you have oregano flakes, you have some olive oil with garlic salt to brush on top of it. You have here thin sliced onions. You have here the tomato and pecorino romano, or you can use Parmesan cheese of your choice. Okay, these are the things that I normally use. Okay, after an hour and a half in the oven, you have the dough here. See, it's double in size, very nice. Don't worry, there are some places that don't rise as other, but that's okay. While doing this, you preheat the oven to 425 degrees because you need a very hot oven to do this kind of things. Now this is a very important process. You just put in some indentations with your finger like this, all over the place. That's it. First thing you should do is brush olive oil on top of it. Don't worry if it goes and puddles there in the little things. That's supposed to be like that. And be very thorough on the edges, you know, everywhere. If you don't like to use too much oil, you also can spray the olive oil on top of it if you want to cut down on the calories. Next thing I like to do is start putting my tomato slices. And then a little bit of onions on top, as much as you want. Don't like onions, don't put onions. Just put a little bit of oregano, and basil leaves. If you don't like it, don't put it. And last but not least, the cheese. Now you're ready. Put it in the oven for about 20 minutes. Put 18 minutes and then check it out to see if it's all done. And you add another 2 minutes or 1 minute and check it out. Okay, this is the final product. You can eat like this. You can just cut. Can eat like this, or slice it, put ham inside, whatever you want, eating like a sandwich. I hope you like it and enjoy your focaccia. You can cut it like this. Put ham inside and eat it like a sandwich.